Guys, Brandon Slay from ThirstGym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the seated neutral grip dumbbell overhead press. This is a great overhead and upper body strength exercise for your shoulders and your arms. You're going to need 2 dumbbells and some kind of utility bench that you can get around a 90-degree angle, give or take. Now, I will say that as a seated position, if you have really bad shoulder mobility, you can set this up so it's not exactly 90 degrees. You can tell mine's not directly upright, and that's just because me getting overhead is incredibly hard because of my shoulder mobility and my low back history. Having a slight lean back still lets me keep my pelvis underneath me, and then I can still actually get my shoulders pretty much overhead in this position. I just want to make sure that I'm in a position that I can do this, so just adjust this based upon your current needs. Now, you'll want to make sure that you get your dumbbells up on your legs here. This is honestly probably the hardest part. The stronger you are, the more in the pain in the butt this is. So you may have to have somebody help you get the dumbbells in position. That's totally okay. But what you're gonna do, you can kick the weight up to get there, or if you have the strength to just raise them, you can raise them. But with a neutral grip, our dumbbells are gonna face each other. And again, I kind of talked about keeping my low back pressed into that pad. I just wanna make sure that I'm not arching like this, because quite honestly, I'm not really using any kind of back support anymore. I'm just using my neck, right? So make sure that your feet are kind of out in front of you to give you a good solid position. They're wider than hip width. That's gonna make you feel more stable. And then just make sure your back's pressed against the back of the pad, palms facing each other. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna press straight overhead and then back down. Make sure we're getting all the way up. And then we come down. They don't have to touch my shoulders. They should be pretty close. You just don't wanna come down here like this. Okay, we want to actually come down, get a full range of motion, all the way down and back up. And we should be good. Now, the reason I like the seated variation more than I like the standing is because this gives us feedback to make sure that we're in that good position. So I kind of talked about low back health and shoulder health. This makes this more shoulder and low back friendly. Like I said, adjust this as needed. But again, the big no-no is to have your feet like back like this, and you're like this, and you're trying to get it. You're basically doing a super high incline. You're cranking your back through extension. You really aren't in a good position to develop your shoulders or what you're really after. But if you can keep that back here and reach straight up, you're gonna feel a lot of shoulders. The dumbbells are going to let you be able to go where you want to go with that neutral grip position because you're in that externally rotated position to get overhead. So for exercise like this, 2 to 4 sets of 6 to 12 reps, standard hypertrophy ranges, place this where you need. If you happen to have those low back shoulder issues, try these modifications that I said, but otherwise if your shoulders are still bothering you, just drop this down, do a high incline press, and it's probably gonna feel better. But usually I find that this variation works well for many people just because we've got that external feedback from the bench. So if you got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks, have a great day.